And then at the end of the day, it's us against them. Like,
us against who?
Them kids. Like.
Hello family, welcome back. So as promised, today we're gonna have the video where we talk about I guess like navigating the 4th trimester with your partner or your spouse, your significant other, whoever, and how to get through those tough times and to keep your relationship fresh and yeah, to see it through and to see through postpartum depression if that's something that the mother is struggling with as well. So I asked Fred, would he be here with us today? He agreed to be here with us. You wanna say hello?
What's up?
Okay, so I'm gonna, actually y'all, we was kind of trying to just talk about what we was gonna talk about. And I was like, this is more organic. So let's just go ahead and pull out the camera. And so we just kind of just pulled out the camera real quick and we're just gonna give you some organic conversation about it. So I'm gonna ask him some questions and I'm gonna give him the opportunity to ask me questions. And if the questions that I ask him, I feel like I can have a perspective of it, I'm gonna share that as well. I have no notes, no questions prepared. This is just gonna be organic conversation off the dome. Okay? And if there's some questions that we may leave out or we forgot about, please put the comments below and maybe we can do a part 2 if you don't mind coming back to see us. So let's get into it. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel that the 4th trimester was, as far as like 1 being easy, 10 being hard?
I would say probably about 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the hardest part for you? Or what do you feel like made it really hard?
Trying to balance business, family, and a child that just got here that we didn't have when we left to go to the hospital. So yeah.
So for me, I would say it's the unknown. Like just, I guess, not knowing what's next. Everything is a learning curve, like learning how to juggle it all, trying to keep a positive mindset, and a little bit, leave me in the middle. But trying to keep a positive mindset and just, I don't know, just trying to keep going. So that was the hardest part for me. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm with him like 11, 12, 13, 15, if you will. The journey was not easy. Okay, so was it harder than you expected it to be?
Yeah and no.
Yeah, why yes and why no?
So yes, was it hard?
Or did you not know what to expect?
I mean, I didn't know what to expect because I never had a child of my own. So, I always had cousins and nieces and stuff like that, but you can always get them back though. So, I would say it was more difficult because you had to fight through everything, put up with, like you said, the unknown. But, like I said, I've changed diapers before and, and it was more so, I guess, trying not to step on your toes, I guess, if you would say.
What do you mean, step on my toes? Like, overstep with, like, the caring of the baby? Or?
Yes. Because, if you guys don't know, first-time mothers are overprotective and don't want this a certain way. And and we had everything that TikTok or whatever told a first-time mom to get.
We didn't have everything,
but it was a lot of unnecessary stuff that we didn't need. But
I didn't buy anything.
Somebody wanted it though.
Everything we got, everything we needed at our baby shower, and a lot of stuff wasn't even on the registry. Some stuff was, but anyway. So to piggyback off of the overbearing part, I will say I was a little bit overbearing. However, I think that may be a struggle that a lot of people deal with, because a lot of times as women, we know how we want things done, and just being a mother, most times we're gonna do more naturally. And I think we're so worried about like how the baby feels when their routine is off, and I think men don't pay as much attention to detail as we do. Men are just like, oh, it get done. They'll change diapers with a spatula if you let them, and some tongs, you know.
Never been that guy. Never.
But I'm just saying, like, men, they're like, as long as it get done, got stuff to do, and they'll do it. So, yeah. But I don't think that you would have been stepping on my toes. I think it's just like, okay, I noticed that she's doing it this way.
I mean, but we have butted heads on a lot of stuff in the beginning because you wanted it done this way, and I was like, it's the same way, but no, it's the same. You're gonna get the same results, but just in a different way. Like they say, more than one way to skin a cat. So I mean,
I can see that in some cases. In some. Yeah, okay. So, what do you think could have made that part easier?
I don't think it is. You just got to go through it.
Okay, what do you feel like I could have done differently to make it easier, or that you could have done differently to make it?
I guess we both could have compromised a little bit more, but that comes with growth, and you're trying to figure it out. Like I said, it comes with every day is a struggle, so it's gonna be, some days it's gonna be better than others, and you just gotta know your partner and know what buttons, I guess, not to push, or when the person, you can see your partner's facial expression and how they get frustrated and overbearing, or you just gotta know when to back up and let them, collect their thoughts.
Okay.
Cause I went wrong. So.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's what I feel like was the biggest thing. You were never wrong. Like if I say anything, he's gonna defend himself. And that pissed me off even more, because I'm like, okay, you ain't even trying to listen or understand how I'm feeling or what I'm needing. You're just in defense mode right off the bat. And I feel like we still deal with a little bit of that to this day. But
because I felt like you trying to tell me like, oh, do it this way. Like, watch your head. I know to watch your head. Like, I know you're supposed to hold the back of a baby neck. I know how to hold a child. I know how to change a diaper.
Okay, in my defense, you're not the best multitasker. So a lot of those times you were trying to talk on the phone, which he is glued to his phone. So talk on the phone or doing something on his phone while he's doing the same, trying to handle her. She's already new. He can't walk and chew bubble gum. So
I really can't.
Okay. So it was a little concerning for me.
You was just nervous. You was first time mom. You just nervous. So
I mean, yeah, naturally, yeah, I'm nervous. But then also, like you said, you're a partner, and I just wanted you to be more careful and more attentive to.
But then that goes back to you being an overthinker, though, because you overthink.
Being in control a little bit. Okay.
So next question.
Okay, so next question.
Start a fight up in here.
What do you think challenged our relationship the most?
What challenged the relationship most?
During that time. Okay, 2 questions. We're gonna break that up. What do you think challenged our relationship, or do you think it challenged our relationship in the 4th trimester? Like just the getting used to baby.
Yeah, cause like I said, we butt heads and we'd be low key beefing on the side, and it was, you know. But we still gonna kiss each other goodnight. We still gonna tell each other we love each other. And there's always tomorrow, you know. Start over and try it again. Cause nobody's perfect, so.
Is that what you think helped us survive? Our relationship survive?
That and talking about it. You know, getting understanding from each other.
Yeah, we did have a lot of times.
And trying to apologize, or when, you know, everybody get their space and separate, and yeah.
Okay, so what do you think challenged our relationship the most when you felt that I was depressed?
What challenged the relationship the most when I felt like you?
Oh, well, I'm not gonna ask you that. What do you think helped you? What was your thought process in getting through when you felt like I was depressed, knowing that there was not be all of it?
First off, I think I told you before that seeing a woman have a child was different, and it made me. I've always respected women, I always will, but it gave me a new outlook on women, like how strong a woman is to actually be able to, just to see you go through, what it was, 36 hours or
30 hours.
30 hours of labor, and it was just, it was a bittersweet moment, you know, but just to see how you try to balance that, then you have to come home and then still gotta have a responsibility for a child that can't do for themselves. Granted, you know, I'm still there, but you know, you trying to breastfeed, you trying to make her latch, and you know, just different tasks that came with that, you know.
Yeah, and I think too, I dealt with some resentment a little bit, because it's like, I feel like a lot of women can resonate with it. Like, we feel like they don't go through nothing. Like, they just get to hold the baby.
You was upset because I can get up and just
leave the house, and he could take a shower when he wants to. He can take a 2-hour poop, and it just.
Bro, I wouldn't take it. Why you gonna say dropping the kids off?
Okay, he can drop the kids off at the swimming pool for 2 hours with the door closed, scrolling on YouTube.
But the thing is, you could do the same thing. Just let her sit there and chill. You don't have to. But that goes back to being a new mom. You wanna, oh, how can I take a shower? How can I do it? Sit in the bassinet or in the chair.
Chair?
You know what I'm talking about.
Swing.
The swing, or sit inside the bouncer.
Was mine.
Or sit in the little.
In the bathroom.
The thing, you know, where you sit her down in, and.
Yeah, the little seat thing.
Yeah.
When she starts sitting up.
Exactly. So, and if she cry, that's good for the lungs. She okay. She's not.
I'm not a cried out mom. I'm sorry.
Hey.
but well, I'm gonna say I'm not cried out mom.
Get no evil, see no evil.
Not at this stage.
You could have did the exact same thing.
I couldn't just and then too, I had a lot of damage from birth. I was in pain up until about week 7 postpartum. So I didn't want to leave the house, but he was able to just get up and go. Oh, I'm finna go do this. Oh yeah, bruh, I can help you with that. Oh yeah, I can do this. I'm sure. Here I come.
But it's not like I was going to have fun. Though. I was literally.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing stuff for other people and doing stuff that he needed to do, but it was just like, even though there are things that I don't have that much stuff I need to do, but when I do have stuff that I need to do, I have to find somebody to keep the baby or see if he's available. He don't have to think about that. He just go.
All you do is say it.
Unless I say, oh, I got something to do.
I'm finna go do this. Okay, just go.
Oh, well, I gotta do this. And then your profession doesn't allow for him to take the baby. So I do have to ask. But yeah, so I had a little bit of resentment because I felt like I gained so much, but I did feel like I lost everything. And he just gained a child and everything and a little bit more responsibility, but nothing really changed for him. So I felt like I was keeping tallies at one point, but I done gave 5 baths this week and he only gave 1. And I had to stop keeping score because it wasn't a competition.
I didn't even know we was beefing. I wasn't even beefing with you.
I wasn't either. I was chilling. Sure. Okay, I a little bit of beef, but I had to stop keeping score.
But once I noticed that though, I started saying, okay, well, just kind of put it on rotation. And you give a bath today, I get a dress, or vice versa, or I give a bath, get a dress, you put her to sleep, or vice versa. But that goes back to compromising and finding balance though. And then finding exactly. And then if somebody don't know that, like nobody's a mind reader, so. And
that's something I did struggle with, like communicating my needs, because I'm like, well, she need a bath every night. But I don't know, you thought I enjoyed doing it every night?
You was already getting together and
stuff gotta be done.
So I mean, if you in your zone, I ain't gonna stop you. I don't want you to get off track. But,
I just assume I'm just doing it. So it's But communicating my needs is something that I still kind of struggle with. I feel like I got better at it a little bit. What you think?
Yeah. You got a little better.
A little bit.
What?
Okay, I need to work on it a lot. But you got a question for me?
Oh no, you're doing great.
So
I got a question for you.
Okay.
So why did you feel like once everything was all healed up and everything, and you still felt like that you couldn't go nowhere or you couldn't go do anything? But you didn't trust me with the baby by myself, or? And even, okay, 2-part question. So then on top of that, when you did leave, I had to force you to kick you out the house to go somewhere. Then you'll call about 26 times.
I'm sure other mothers can relate. Okay. But I didn't leave because I felt like I was inconveniencing him. I felt like he always had stuff he needed to do.
But that's my child too, though. So
I know.
It's like you.
But if you're watching this and you know us or you know him and what he does, you maybe can understand why he's always on the go. I mean, he'll be here and then he gotta leave and then he gotta come back. And then he might, it sound like you selling drugs or something, but it ain't with my job. When I will start back working, my job is working from home. So I'm basically here. So I just was trying to be a team player in a sense. But I guess I didn't realize until I'm overly stimulated that I really was neglecting self-care and doing things that make me happy. And just spending time alone and away from being a mother and a girlfriend and things like that. But when you leave, of course, I'm wondering Is she happy? Is she having fun? Is she drinking her milk? Is she hungry? Is she sleepy? Are you giving her a nap? Like, I was just overthinking and wanting to know that my baby is happy. And to me, it was like, well, if I had to choose between spending time by myself and my baby being unhappy, I'm going to just be with my baby and she be happy. So,
but if you feeling frustrated and you feeling not your best self, that's not fair to her though. So,
yeah.
Because you're not gonna be the best person that you can be or the best mother you can be because you frustrated, you feeling like the world is weighing on your shoulder and you got help, but you just don't utilize it.
It is too, that's another thing. Like, I do have your help, but I feel like that's it. Like, I don't be want to wear you out.
But then you gotta ask, like, asking you shall receive. So even with other people, like,
who are you?
It's even though you ask other people, like, you gotta ask. Granted, like, everybody not gonna just, probably in the beginning because it's a new baby and everybody want to see the baby, but then at the end of the day, it goes back to don't nobody know you need anything until you voice that to someone. But then also it goes back to in the beginning, first time moms, they don't, I don't want this, or I don't want her to go here or him to go here, or I don't want this to,
Well, I didn't want her to spend the night out.
Of course,
for a while, but that's it. But I also feel like, okay, in my head, it's like, people who say, well, when you want me to keep the baby out, I would love to keep the baby, or I would love to see her. But when nobody's ever asking or inquiring, like, why would it seem like an inconvenience once again? Because it didn't seem like it's even a desire for them to spend time with her. So
but that goes back to, if someone thinks you have it.
But I shouldn't have to need to have something to do in order for somebody to say, hey, I would like to spend time with Amora this weekend. Not, hey, I want to give you a break this weekend. It ain't always got to be there. It's just, if I know this person enjoys spending time with Amora and loves for her to come around and wants to see her, call and ask for her, then I'll keep that person in my forefront. But literally, nobody does that. Nobody ever really just say they want to see you. But yeah. So.
But in that defense, though, when you were younger, did you do that?
Yeah, what?
I want to see this person. Let me. But I ain't called and said nothing, or if you was on the other side of it.
Like, I don't know what you mean. Like, kids? I mean, my family don't have a lot of kids, that. So I really
remember the kids that you had. I mean, like, I really had. Okay, so just like your brother, then, okay.
Miles?
Yeah.
I see him every day.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, well,
that's not a good example.
It's the only example I can think of. So I mean.
Okay. Well, I don't really know how to answer that question.
Maybe that's why you don't get it like that, because you don't have no.
Well, I guess I'm looking back from when I was little. Like, I remember my aunt calling, wanting me. Like, even when I was old enough to ask to go. Most of the time I did ask to go, but there were times where she called and asked, or my cousin who's older enough to be really like, how many years? Well, she's probably 8 years older than me, but she would call and ask to keep me, stuff like that. But like I said, but I asked to go as well. But like my grandma, she didn't even let my mama get me because she wanted me there. Like, it was initiated. Like, my mama had to ask for me because she wanted me. But
different times call different measures.
Right. But that just goes, I don't want to be an inconvenience. And that's what it feels like sometimes when you constantly have to ask people. Then you kind of like, well, I'd rather just wait until I actually do have something to do and then ask them to keep them, because I don't want to be a bother, you know? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that. You don't want to keep asking people to do stuff for you and like be let down by it. So when do you feel like I came out of the depression? Or did you start seeing improvement?
I guess after I probably brought it up, and you said that you didn't know that you was, or something like that to that nature. I can't remember, but I think when you started getting up, going to the gym, we started trying to go back to the gym and working out, and I guess like doing like a date night, and yeah, I can't remember like a specific month but yeah.
We did we did start doing a couple little therapy sessions here and there. So I think that helped.
I didn't even say that, but okay.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
I said I think.
Oh, okay, I thought you was trying to pick it back off.
Dang. Look at your face. It's halfway cut off. Can you come in the camera?
Oh.
But I think that therapy helped. And I think that me going to the gym, it gave me a sense of time to myself, and I've reiterated it in probably every video, that just exercising, waking up in the morning, spending time with myself before I pour myself into everybody else, really made me feel great. And I feel like that's what kind of took some of the stress away and just started making me feel like myself again. Like it gave me a little bit of myself back before baby. So yeah, and the date nights, like it's so easy to not be intentional about date nights or just having date nights when you have a chance to, especially when no one really keeps your child. So just kind of being intentional about having date night. And we had agreed to have date nights twice a month at least, and both of us be responsible for planning a date night, and that person also needs to find a babysitter. So I think that helped a lot. And I think too, for me at least, is like no matter how frustrated I get during the day, I try to not go to sleep angry. So like he said, giving kisses good night, still saying good night. And just, I always say, is this a deal breaker? If it's not a deal breaker, then it's just not worth to me carrying on to the next day, or to hold a grudge about it and creating a hostile environment in your household, because your house should be your safe place. It should be your calming place. It should be welcoming. So yeah. Okay, so if when we decide to have more kids, what do you think that you will do differently, and then what would you like to see me do differently?
Well, I know you're not gonna be overprotective no more, because nobody is on their second child. It's just like, it is what it is.
We'll see.
Breastfeed. After 6 months, done. They gonna drink it out of a bottle. He gonna be drinking out of a bottle, and that's it. And you could, I'm gonna be cleaning pumps every other day, but what other water good?
What would you like for me to do differently, and what would you do differently?
I guess be more considerate of your time, and when you have stuff to do, and yeah.
That's it.
Probably cook a little bit more, but
Yeah, when we first got home from the hospital, he was cooking all the time. But I guess he got
like
wore
I
out.
said, I'm not gonna. If you're in your zone, I'm not gonna break your zone. I'm not gonna. I'm cheering you on. keep going.
Just cause okay.
Man,
so I'm gonna say this. So next time, I'm just not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna let him do everything.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cook. I ain't gonna wash no clothes. But no, seriously. Next time, I hope I'm not as overbearing. I hope that I don't worry as much.
Yeah, speaking to this.
I would not worry as much.
Yeah.
I would not be as overprotective.
Yeah.
I think we will be more in sync in the beginning because we done it before.
And then at the end of the day, it's us against them. Like,
us against who?
them kids. Like, we gotta be a team. We gotta be we gotta hold the front line.
Okay.
And
boy.
yeah, it is. It's us against them kids.
Okay.
So.
But yeah, so next time it's us against them kids.
Yeah, because it's literally two of us and it's one of her right now. There's no way we should be losing.
Our child is different. So, but yeah. So next time I would like to see him take more of an initiative without me asking. Just like he said, I'm in my groove, so why would I? But you know it need to be done. Like,
man, I beat you to it sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, like once a month. But I'm just kidding. But
lies don't kill me too.
But just taking more of an initiative to do stuff without me having to ask me, because I'm a very routine person. And that's probably another
having
thing.
a child is not routine. No.
I know, but she on a routine. We got on a routine.
But having a child in the beginning is not.
Yeah, in the beginning it's not. But when she finally got on a routine, like, you know, she's gonna eat dinner at 6. You know, she's getting a bath at 7. So, like, you see 6 o'clock and you're not doing nothing, go ahead and heat up her food. Or, hey, babe, what is she gonna eat? Do you know what she's gonna eat?
I don't know what she's gonna eat because
gotta ask.
you might have, I don't know. She might be eating some peas over rice or something. I don't know. Or she might be eating the chicken breast today. It might be soup and soup for 6 days straight.
That's the life hack. Fixing your toddlers and infants soup. They get all their vegetables. They're gonna love vegetables, and it's easy to prepare.
And they're not gonna like it when they get older.
So, yeah. She loves soup. She know how to say soup. He gets out of her eating soup. But it's one of those things that I know that she will eat most of the time. So I keep it in there. But anyway, like I was saying, he could ask more. Hey, do you know what she's eating for dinner? Can I fix her something for dinner? Do you need me to help you fix her something for dinner? Yeah. And just, yeah.
No, at the end of the day, if I don't know what to fix, I just get some blueberries.
See, this is why I worry sometimes when I'm gone. Because what she ate for dinner? Fries. I went and got her some fries. That's every time that she's with her dad. He goes, she'll eat fries from sun up to sundown.
Now she might eat a little chicken.
No green vegetables. And he loves green vegetables, but.
So look here, y'all. On part 2, we're gonna be talking about breastfeeding. And that's a whole segment within itself. So
we're not inviting you back.
Until next time. Oh, I'm not going back.
I'm just playing. We're not done. I had another question.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Okay, so ultimately, give some tips to the fellas of what they can do. And I guess it maybe it's a mindset shift. I don't know, to make sure they keep their family even when things get rough.
Well, first off, they gotta. I guess you gotta know that the struggle don't last always. And it's gonna always be rough times in anything you do. But at the end of the day, you gotta know that whatever you're doing is to provide for your family. And also that you gotta look at your child, and you gotta not want that for your child, like not being there or seeing how you treat their mother and even treating them. Like, you gotta watch what you say, how you say it, and because kids are sensitive and the mamas be sensitive too. So just be more considerate and not too overbearing. But also you gotta know whatever you do, you doing it basically for your family. So if you inspire to get them a certain lifestyle, you know, cause I know sometimes when I'm on the way to the house, I be like, man, I just love coming to the house, see my kid and see my girl, and you know, they gonna always greet me at the door, and that's something that you can't get back when it's gone. Like the child running up to the door saying daddy and trying to kiss you and hug on you, and just the laughs, and you know, even from her. So I mean, I guess just try to listen, you know, and nobody's perfect, and at the end of the day, if you striving to be better, you take slow steps, one step at a time, and that's all you can do. And yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, what would you tell the females? Your advice to get through and to keep the spark in a relationship, even to, I guess, yeah. What tips may help make the man still feel important, even though we're pouring so much into the baby and you know all that?
Just being acknowledged, you know, as far as something that they do. Let them know that, hey, I saw you do that. I might not have said nothing back then, but just acknowledge that they doing something. Because at the end of the day, you know, guys got feelings too, and they feeling like that they not doing enough. If you're not getting acknowledged on that, we don't have no motivation to keep doing it. So whether it's washing the dishes, you know, washing clothes, or fixing meals, or sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, you know, trying to help take the stress off of you guys. And you know, granted, it's a team effort, everybody's supposed to help out, but you know, even down to just, you know, being intimate with that person. And you know, I know y'all be tired and we be tired too.
All right, guys, sorry, the camera died. So you were saying be intimate.
Be intimate, you know, get a little back massage, a little foot massage, you know, and you know, just let them go out with the fellas sometime, and you know.
Hey, looking at me.
I'm just,
because I don't care.
With you. I know you don't care. I'm just saying. Everybody, yeah.
I know everybody's not like that, but yeah. So my tips would be, like he said, to the fellas, be able to receive the compliments, but also know that when she is telling you what you could be doing or could be doing better, to just be receptive of the information and not take it as an attack. And I mean, I know some people do attack, and just use your discernment on what's an attack and what's not, what is literally just like constructive criticism. And I guess that goes back to just knowing who you're with. Also, just like he said, how he has a newfound respect for women afterwards. Just be informed about what women go through, even if you have to get on TikTok before the baby come, when the baby come, in the delivery room, instead of watching How to Get Away with Murder. I'm just playing. But no, for real, just understanding what women go through, and I think that'll give you a good perspective of, okay, like he felt like I was going through postpartum, so depression, but if you don't know that that's a thing, then you would know. You would just like, oh, she tripping, oh, she ain't herself, or this baby that changed her, you know. So just educate yourself and be mindful of all the changes that can happen. By any means, I'm not suggesting that you stay through emotional, mental, physical abuse or anything like that, but just be mindful that things may not be the same right then. But if you value your relationship and value your partner and work through it, remember that you are a team. Remember your why. Remember why you fell in love with that person. And I think that's just so important in relationships in general, to always understand your why, because a person's appearance can change, their job can change, even their persona can change at times, but you just have to remember who they are at the core. And that goes back to when choosing your partner, fall in love with who they are at the core, because the core of who they are should never change, no matter the situation. So and that's for both the woman and the man. And like he said, just remain intimate. Fellas, give grace. Not everybody's gonna snap back like all the girls you see on Instagram. I know for sure I did not do it. Fred did a good job in reminding me that I was beautiful, even when I didn't feel beautiful. Telling me that I look nice today, that I smell good. Just, you know, being intimate. So, and ladies, I know that you be tired and stuff too, but you have to still remember to be intimate or compromise if you just really can't, you know, today, make it tomorrow, or however, you know, that goes in your relationship. But just remember that your person has needs. They need words of affirmation, they need attention, they need love. And I'm a type of person where I think we both are that way. We feel like all 5 love languages are important, but you should know that person's love language. And fellas, just keep reminding her that you appreciate her too, and that you see everything that she's doing, because sometimes motherhood could feel like a never-ending job that you don't ever get enough credit for. You'll never get paid for it. You'll never get an award for it. So just try to just be gentle about that. Like I said before, have intentional date nights. And date nights don't have to be complicated. Our most common way of spending time together is what?
I'm going to get something to eat.
And at home, what do we do?
Oh, watching a movie.
Watch a movie or watch a show. And to some people that may be boring, I enjoy it. We have really busy lives, so just sitting in solitude and being able to enjoy each other's company while relaxing, it's enough for us. So do whatever makes you guys happy. It doesn't always have to be over the top. It doesn't have to always be expensive. Just make it a priority. Just letting the person know that you're thinking about them. Surprise her with flowers. Surprise him with a card or his favorite meal. Fold his clothes that day. I know I normally don't fold clothes like that, but surprising every now and then, folding his clothes or something like that. Just doing something, just out of the box or to help out. And that goes back to asking, how can I help? Just always asking, how can I help?
But then too, that goes back to too. I know you better at it than me. Asking, am I doing it? How can I get better? Do you need help with anything? Or
are you happy?
Are you happy? And how's the relationship? Oh my. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you do it so well.
But Yes, and another thing, and this is for any relationships, whether you have kids or not, I think it's important to just have conversations. Erin on Demand, she got a video on here where her husband has started doing monthly meetings, just like they do in their business. They have marriage meetings. So we don't necessarily have meetings, but we did talk about it. I was telling him about that video, and so I think it's really a cool concept. You sleeping?
A little bit.
But yeah, just asking, are you happy? I ask him a lot, how's your mental? He does run a business, he has a family. And men sometimes feel like they can't talk to people. Well, I feel like you can talk to me. We talk about everything, I feel like. But I ask him how's his mental, just how he's doing in general, how he's feeling in general. Is he happy with his life? Is he happy with our relationship? Have I been doing good lately? Is there anything that I can do better? And even if I see him up working late some nights and I'm about to get in bed, even though I'm tired, I would just ask, like, is there anything I can help you get done faster? Things like that. So just be considerate. It doesn't take a lot to show a person that you love them or that you care about them or that you're thinking about them. Yeah, and I think that's it. So if we skipped over anything, or if any parts of this just really, really intrigued you and you would like more tips or a more in-depth conversation about it, or you would like another conversation about something else, please let me know. And if you would like to see this handsome face again, please let me know. I'm sure he would be more than happy to join us again. And yeah, we love you guys. So good night. Bye.